Multifamily Mindset
podcast. Think bigger.
Hey, you beautiful being, it's Tyler Devereaux, and I am here to make your decision easy. If you've been thinking about joining us at Peak Partnership, this is your sign. Right now, podcast listeners can use promo code podcast300. Once again, that's podcast300 to get $300 off your ticket. That's $300 to invest in yourself, your business, your future. Do not wait. Grab your ticket, secure the deal, and I cannot wait to see you at Peak. Let's make it happen.
Hey, what's going on, my friends? Welcome to another episode, another Thursday episode here on the MFM podcast, where you get to spend a little bit of time with me. My name is Dallas Pruitt. I am the founder at Live Life Mission, an organization that is dedicated to helping leaders across the board in all industries become learning machines and make the most of this amazing tool that they have, which is your brain. Your brain. I do believe that it is one of the most, if not the most important muscle you have. It's got to be worked out daily. And here, once a week on the MFM podcast, we give you an opportunity to work that thing out so that you can go out and produce the types of results that you know you are capable of. Today, what I wanted to do is I wanted to share a really important truth, and that is that the competition that you are facing right now is not actually in the industry that you're a part of. It's not teams that you've met out there on the road at different networking events or in these private networks, including the MFM network that you're a part of. It is actually you. You are your greatest competition. And the sooner you realize that, the better you will start to progress. And it's a lot of things that you are competing against when it comes to that relationship with you. You are combating against your ego. You're combating against the important details that are coming at you every day, important data that is being presented to you through your actions or the lack thereof. And you're competing against your bullheadedness to rush results. And the kicker of that is, you know, great things take time and effort. That is just reality. So as a multifamily investor, there are a lot of uphill battles that you face in the competition of you. And I wanted to bring to light a few of these, okay? And hopefully through this list today, you're able to identify one or two very specific areas that you can go dive into and do the work necessary so that you can get a leg up in your process of producing better results, of doing the thing, of becoming and really finding the type of success that you know you're capable of. So here we go. Number one is your fear of looking stupid. This is holding you back. It's holding you back. It holds all of us back because the reality is we give into this thought that this fear that we don't want to mess up in front of others. We don't want to stumble on our words. We don't want to not have an answer in that important conversation that we feel like all of our success hinges upon it going well or not so well. And the reality is it actually requires a massive amount of failure. And I know that there's different groups out there, different individuals that I'm sure are preaching, their achievements and everything else. But the reality is that creates a false pretense. The only reason certain individuals, real individuals, achieve great successes is because they were willing to experience great failures. And oftentimes we want to skip that part of the process. We want to skip that step. And really, things have to get a little bit uglier before they get really awesome. And so just remind yourself that it's necessary. It's part of the process, and you cannot hold on to that fear. You have to let go of that fear and step into that fear. Number two is your inability to reset after a mistake. Letting one bad day ruin the rest of the week, letting one bad call ruin the rest of your morning. One bad interaction with a team member make you question everything. Look, mistakes, again, just like failure. They are part of the game. And your ability to bounce back when things don't go perfect is going to be a determining factor of whether or not you're able to produce, again, the types of results that your ambitious mindset is set out to do. So keep that in mind. And then number 3, comparison. Your comparison mindset, coming back to the root of today, right? Measuring yourself against other people, their journeys, their experiences, everything. And in doing that, instead of just focusing on your own growth, focusing on the things that you can control, focusing on being a mirror and looking at yourself and doing the work that you need to do, right? You can't piggyback off of anybody else's work. And then number 4 is your struggle with mental endurance, losing focus or intensity when the part of the build gets tough. That's why I preach and teach and coach my clients on engaging in some type of mental resilience practice or exercise ongoing that's outside of their actual professional pursuit, right? It's why for years I've rotated between cold plunges to, picking a race and preparing for it, whether it was a marathon or something else, because that preparation is transferable. Those practices are transferable. And the why behind engaging all of that for me and many of the clients that I've worked with is so that they can apply those same transferable skills, disciplines, mindsets, resilience into their professional pursuit. It only makes sense, And number 5 here is your avoidance of pressure situations, hoping that someone else will swoop in and be that guy or that gal for the team, that they'll take the brunt of that work, that they'll take the shot, that they'll put themselves out on a limb. And the reality is that life and business reward effort. They also reward the courageous. They also reward the bold. And if you wait around for someone else to be that and do that, you might be waiting around your entire career, your entire life. And all it does is take a fraction of courage to step into that and then ride that momentum and double down and triple down and continue forward. My friends, those are 5 things. There's more. There is more that you must identify, and you don't need to identify it all right now in order to be able to beat that competition that is you and find that higher self. And the cool thing is you guys can. Everybody can find that higher self and get better at getting better. That's the whole goal with this episode of the MFM podcast every single week, is to help you do just that. So again, remember, the competition isn't out there, right? It's in fact, collaboration is out there, and a lot of your legs up in terms of your process and progress are actually out there, which is awesome. An awesome perspective and an awesome way of looking, and a very productive way of looking at these relationships, these connections. But the true competition, that is within you. That is that person looking at you in the mirror every single day. Remember that. And thanks for joining us on the podcast here as always. So we'll see you guys back here on the podcast next week.
Multifamily Mindset
Podcast. Think bigger.